Hello and welcome back to another episode of Spread Some Magic 1928. Today is Disneyland's birthday. I don't know when you're going to be watching it, but this is the actual day. So to celebrate, we are going to make the Lemon Raspberry Tiramisu. This is currently found at the Jolly Holiday Bakery and Cafe at the end of Main Street. And it just looks so good. It just sounds super summery. Tiramisu is actually not that difficult to make. It just has a lot of steps. And this one's a little bit easier because there's no coffee and all that we have to brew. Yeah, so why don't we get started? By the looks, again, of pictures and looking through the menu, it's not done traditional style. I don't think there's 2 layers of ladyfingers because it's not that deep. And these are pretty puffy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna I have some washed raspberries here. And it looks like the fresh raspberries are actually on the bottom. So I'm gonna plop a few of these down here, and they were like whole raspberries. I think they're just kind of, that one's kind of, toss that, oops. I'm just gonna sprinkle some raspberries down here. And just about, I'm not filling it because the picture didn't show it like that. So there we go. So just a few raspberries here on the bottom. And next we're gonna add our ladyfinger. We're gonna smush these down a little bit. The menu does say that they're raspberry soaked ladyfingers, but all the reviewers say not so much. I did find a recipe for raspberry lemon tiramisu, and it does not soak the ladyfingers either. It just puts the raspberry sauce right on top. So we're gonna do that. Squish this in here and make like one. Yes. There's no way there's 2 layers of ladyfingers in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the raspberry sauce on now so it can soak in while we do the other layers. You can check out my video on how to make raspberry sauce. You can buy it pre-made at the store. Let me tell you, it's so easy to make it, and it tastes so good. And I like store-bought raspberry sauce, but honestly, it's worth the little bit of extra time to make it yourself. Okay, we're gonna let that soak in. The next layer would be lemon curd. This I don't make on my own. I do buy this. This is the Trader Joe's one, which is the first time I've ever used it. I think I do usually get Bon Maman, but this just looks so good. The reviews said that it didn't taste like there was much lemon curd on it. So I'm really thinking it's just kind of blended in here with the raspberry sauce. So one more scoop, and then I'm gonna smooth it all over. If you're doing a full tray, which would be like the 8x8 pan, so you will need the 2 packs of the ladyfingers, you would use a full cup of lemon curd, or just do it to your liking. You see, I didn't measure that. Now we're gonna set this aside into a bowl. We're gonna need to mix up, and I'm gonna use my hand mixer on this one. For a full tray of tiramisu, 8 ounces of mascarpone cream, or mascarpone cream. I'm doing a half batch, so I've got my 4 ounces here. To this, I'm giving you a full batch recipe. You're gonna add a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and a teaspoon of lemon zest. Now with lemon zest, you wanna make sure you don't get the white part. That's sour, kind of pithy. So you're gonna use a microplane, grate it till you just get to that white part. And you're gonna want a teaspoon, which is probably gonna be about 2 lemons. And we stirred this till smooth, so I guess I don't have to beat it. I feel like I need to. Anyways, I'll do that in a moment, because what we're gonna add to that is a basic whipping cream also. 1 cup whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, and a 1/4 cup white sugar. We're not doing a proper whipped cream. I would usually use powdered sugar. This is just gonna get folded in to our mascarpone mixture. So I'm gonna whip this up and be right back. All right, so for this recipe, you want soft peaks, not stiff peaks. So I did pull it off a little early. And then you're gonna start by adding, it said 1/3 to this to just start incorporating it. And then we're gonna add the rest. Oh, it goes in pretty simple. I think, well, I kind of want you to fold it in. You need to fold in 1/3 of your whipped cream. Now, looking at this, I should have used my clear vanilla. And this would have stayed a pretty white. After that 1/3 of the whipped cream is folded in, you're gonna add the rest. And then you're gonna fold that in. Also be sure to start with room temperature mascarpone cream, just like you would room temperature cream cheese. Just makes this process so much easier. Okay, now we're gonna spread it on top of the mixture here. It's easiest if you do dollops across the top, then that way the lemon curd raspberry mix doesn't like swirl in. Maybe you want the swirl, but generally a good tiramisu, this mixture is free of color from the one below it. So we're gonna carefully spread this to the corners. You wanna smooth it out. And you can stop there. It is topped with a dehydrated raspberry dust. So I found these freeze-dried raspberries. I guess it's not dehydrated. Freeze-dried raspberries at Trader Joe's, and I've crumbled them up. However, I have a little extra whipped cream, and in the parks it does show like this drizzle. And I don't know if it is the mascarpone mixture or the whipped cream mixture. It is much whiter in the parks, so again, clear vanilla would have done the trick. Be right back. We've got our little Ziploc bag trick here. I've put the extra whipped cream, and I'm just gonna put, probably did it in the wrong direction according to the picture, but that's okay. I think this was a good idea. Drizzle these on top. Not drizzle, drip. Drop, whatever. It looks so pretty. And there it is, the lemon raspberry tiramisu. But we now have to wait a few hours, let all these flavors come together, and then we will give it a try. When making this tiramisu, you want it to rest a minimum of 3 hours. That way all the flavors can blend together. You can see all those delicious, yummy layers in there. Mine has been in for about 4 hours. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. I'm super excited. Okay, it's looking kind of white, just like the pictures from the parks. What do you say we dig in? Cheers to 70 years. Wow. That is fresh. That is like summer. I've made a strawberry tiramisu before. My favorite's gingerbread eggnog, no surprise. This, oh, that lemon freshness from the lemon curd with that raspberry. This is delicious. The ladyfingers are very cakey because we didn't soak them in a fluid. The raspberry wouldn't have been enough. You couldn't dip those and get it to soak in. You would have to dip them in like a honey type syrup or something, but this is like what they described in the park too, that they weren't soaked in and that they were cakey. This sits a little bit longer. I'm sure it'll get even softer. I was pretty heavy-handed on that lemon curd. I'm not mad though. That lemon, the raspberry just balances it out. It's just so good. And I'm so glad I chose this to celebrate Disney's 70th, or Disneyland's 70th. This is wonderful. So cheers to making more memories, and thank you for coming by today. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Comment below your favorite Disney memories and spread some magic wherever you are. Until next time.